me.
To get into things, let's go ahead and hit you guys with some quick shots. So the first one that we got is Super Mario Bros. Is retired.
Nice.
So I know that
Retired.
that was like a big trending thing on Twitter this
Retired.
week. That people were saying R.I.P. Super Mario and whatnot. But I mean, it's not as big a deal as what people are making it, right? They're discontinuing what?
So 2 games are in the vault, which we already know. Super Mario All-Stars Collection, which they specifically said is only available until March 31st.
Right.
That's one. And then Super Mario 35.
The anniversary
35th.
joint.
Yeah.
Right.
So 2 games which we knew were limited. Their times have come.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
they had cancer. We knew they were dying soon.
It was a great marketing ploy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when Disney puts movies in the vault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Beauty and the Beast. You can't buy the disc anymore, but you can still go watch it on Disney Plus. You can still buy a digital copy, but you can't buy it at Target.
Dude, I would not put it past Nintendo
it's not a real
re-release
death.
one of those again.
Yeah, I know exactly.
They're bound to re-release one of them again, dude.
They say not, but it's like.
Well, I guess we'll see at the 40th anniversary. You know.
Yeah.
It's the 40th anniversary one, but it's literally 35.
It's 35 plus a couple other new games in one package.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So
So when I first saw that, I was like, really? Because you sent that out. And I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the point. Like, what does this mean? And then Mark enlightened us a bit. So it's not really that big of a deal. Like Mark said, it's a total marketing ploy, man.
Yeah.
Pretty hilarious.
You know, I guess it was just something for people to tweet about or whatever. Just, you know, to put those pictures out there. R.I.P. You know, Super Mario.
Like Super Mario would ever die.
Yeah,
right? That's like the number one cash cow, dude.
Yeah. So then another one we had is Ratchet and Clank getting 60 frames per second. And this is the one for the PS4,
2016,
right?
2016
2016 joint.
Yeah.
So finally getting that little upgrade.
Yeah.
So I mean that should make it a nice looking game, right? 60
Nice
frames
feeling
per
game.
second.
Yeah. It makes it, so when I understand it helps a whole lot. Like the game feels much more modern, much smoother, right? Much more enjoyable. Like this wasn't a game that was on my radar to play. Like it's part of the PS collection.
This is the Play at Home collection, right?
It's on the Play at Home collection too.
And
Yeah.
Oh,
so
they
this
had it
was
on
free.
both.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we already had it from the PS collection.
Right.
But if you got now it got updated. So not only did you get that game, but you got the updated frame rate for free. They just basically just unlocked it, kind of like what Mark was saying with Fallout 76. It's just a toggle switch to let the PlayStation, muscle it to 60. Because
So
it's so powerful.
it's a toggle switch. You can
It's
go to
not
60,
I don't
or
know
it's
if
just
a toggle
automatic.
He's just saying on the back end.
I'm
like,
saying,
yeah.
I
got you.
Not Sucker Punch,
Insomniac.
yeah, whoever
Yeah,
makes
Insomniac,
whoever makes it, just clicked off, the wall, unless the PlayStation muscle it up to 60, and it looks really good. And like I thought about playing it. It always crossed my mind, but I never did. But at 60, I might actually hop on and try it.
Do you think that they'll ever give Knack 60 frames per second? Or like maybe Knack 2?
Is done, dude. Knack is toast.
But yeah, but I'm definitely gonna try it out because I haven't played a platformer game in a minute. What was the demo called?
Astrobot?
I really like that game, man.
Yeah.
Did you play
Astrobot?
Astrobot?
I haven't played it yet, but I know
Dude,
you
I
raved.
platinumed that thing. I loved it. It was like
I need to get on there.
They got the other one. They gave us the other one for the PlayStation.
The VR one,
Play at Home.
Astro Boy or whatever, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, the VR one.
Yeah.
I've been on OfferUp trying to buy a
VR
PlayStation
headset?
VR.
Yeah.
I just want to mess around with some of those games, but I'm definitely gonna try it out at 60 FPS. I did like the Ratchet. Which one did I play? I played some of the PS3 ones, like Clank in Time. I don't know, some old ones. I did like the Ratchet and Clank series. I just haven't played it in years. I forgot about it, to be honest. But at 60 FPS, I'll definitely give it a shot because, like I was complaining about earlier.
Astro's Playroom. That's what it
Astro's
was.
Playroom?
Yeah, that's for the PS5 one.
Yeah, games in 30 just don't feel right.
They don't, man.
I guess that's one reason why I was never big on PS3 or PS4 because it always felt inferior. The games didn't feel right. You know what I mean?
I didn't have that perspective because I always played on console.
Yeah.
PS3 I can see for sure. PS4 felt pretty good because at least it had updated resolutions for the most part.
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, the PS3 didn't have any of that, so I can see if you're on a PC, you would really see a downgrade because they were at those high resolutions long ago during the PS3 generation.
But they always had 60 FPS. Like there wasn't anything new. You know what I mean? Like DC Universe, when I tried it on the PC, it was completely different. The only thing is they optimized the UI for console, so it never fully felt right. You know, like the circle system, like they designed the UI to be controlled from a controller, so that game always felt kind of weird on the PC.
Yeah.
But
I wonder how it looks now. Like if you were to play it on the PS5, if it would look any good. I doubt they're putting any time into it.
I mean, it all depends on the port. You know, if they don't optimize it, if it's still the PS4 Pro version, then it's gonna look about the same.
Do they even have a PS4 Pro version?
They have a PS4 version.
Yeah, I know they got a PS4
and
version.
The Pro
but
probably just
a lot of games do have a Pro version, but they're all 30 FPS, so it's kind of like
The Pro's kind of like an upscale version. Like really, the PS4 Pro is more like an upscaler really than anything, and a little snappier CPU.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in how some of those games that like looked really shitty, like if they boosted them up at all.
Yeah.
You know, because they still are offering DC Online like on everything. Like,
on the Switch.
People still
Switch,
playing that, dude.
On the
People still playing that game.
Yeah.
Finally, that might be a game to play on the Switch Pro. You know,
the Switch Pro.
It would probably fit it real well.
Ask Squid. I wonder, because Squid played DC Universe on the Switch, so I wonder how good it was.
Get him to play it and then tell us how it is in the comments. Squid, you have a job to do.
But 60 is good.
That's a cool upgrade, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then another cool upgrade was that Call of Duty was going to be reducing their size, right? So I think Warzone was going down to like 10 gigs. 10 gigs less.
10.
Yeah.
Yes, 10 gigs less. And then the other one,
the main install
Cold War or something like that was going down 30.
Yeah.
That's big.
So that's a huge jump, man. I mean, Warzone is already a big size game. So for it to drop 10, I understand. Like, what can you really get rid of when you're keeping everything from all these other games? But for Cold War to drop, 30,
that's a nice
is pretty
jump.
huge. Considering that it's it's new. But I would like to see it drop down a lot more, man. It seems like you get like a lot of real estate bogged up by some stuff that you don't really even want.
Right.
You know?
But I'm just glad they're conscious of this now, because this is a problem that's going to get bigger and bigger every day. Every new game that comes out, every
update,
when they take it full advantage of the PlayStation 5, adding all these extra assets to make the game look amazing. This is a problem that's going to continue to happen. So I'm glad at least they're trying to be proactive, because it's something that they can't solve without us getting like a 5 terabyte or a big hard drive. So at least they're working on it. At least, it's on their mind. But
it's a major problem.
Yeah.
Like if you have a Series S and Cold War Warzone's your favorite game, you're screwed because you can't fit anything else on that thing. It's taking up, and over time, it's going to take everything you have up.
Yeah.
It's a major problem.
Yeah, it seems like you would try to figure out some way to like reduce like the old saves or the old data and like override it with some of the new stuff that's the same, so it's like compacted. But
the only bad thing
or erase some things every now and again.
Yeah.
I know with updates it's kind of sucks, because unless they make a new game client, your updates just always sit on top. You know what I mean? They don't want to make you keep downloading a new client every time.
That's one of the problems that I have with the Apple Watch, because I had like an Apple Watch Series 3 for like the longest, and it got to the point where anytime they gave an update for the watch would just tell me that I have no room on my watch to be able to take in the update.
That's stupid,
and it's like, the hell you talking about?
That's
it's an update. Like, you know what I mean? I
Because it
can't
takes up
delete
more
anything.
space, man. I know.
Just give me the damn update.
That's dirty.
But
that's ridiculous,
yeah, so
man.
it's like you're almost on stuck. You need some type of space.
They didn't even give you
for
enough
it.
space in the phone to handle their own updates.
Yeah.
I mean, the watch.
Yeah, on the
That's
watch.
that planned. What is it?
It's almost like a
when they make it obsolete,
a forced upgrade.
Yeah,
purposely?
obsolete. Yeah, exactly. That's
They're
what
like,
it feels
all right,
like.
this is a big update. Let's push it out, guys.
Yeah, at least you can upgrade the memory on your consoles.
Yeah,
you can't really do that on your phone. I mean, your watch.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
I'm still waiting to see what they're gonna come up with for the PlayStation 5 with the storage.
Yeah, they're coming out. They're coming out.
'Cause I know
have they unlocked it yet?
I thought that they unlocked it
thought
to
they
allow
unlocked
people
it.
to put in those cards,
Those
slots
those
for
M2s or
PS4
whatever, yeah.
games, but you're only able to put PS4 games on there. You're not able
really?
to do PS5 yet.
Oh, you're talking about an external storage.
You need that.
Right.
Yes,
no,
yes,
not
yes.
the external storage. Like to put it in that slot.
The SSD.
I've seen people able to put something in that slot,
but you could only
the
put
slot
PS4.
is still only good for the PS4 right now.
I see.
So until you get that proper card, or maybe maybe they just locked it for PS5 games to be on there.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could, but they locked that stuff. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then one of the last things we got for you is MLB Show 21 is coming out
April.
for PlayStation and Xbox, but Xbox is getting it on Game Pass day one. So how do you guys feel about that one?
So I don't play baseball, so for me, I personally I don't care, but I know it's very popular. One of my old bosses, I know this was like the reason why he wanted a PlayStation 4 when they first came out, because he's like wanted to play MLB The Show exclusively.
Damn.
So I know there's a lot of people that are in that same boat. So it's cool that it's on both platforms, because I feel like sports games, what's so exclusive about a sport? Like that's something that should be universal, like no matter what.
Right.
You know, they're taking real life people and putting them in the game. Like there's nothing unique about it per se. But I'm glad it's coming to Game Pass. It should come to PC too. Like while they're at it, in my opinion, it should come to PC. But it's a good move for Game Pass, adding more value, every day to the Game Pass. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal, man. This would be like them launching 2K21 for the people who love baseball for free on Game Pass. Like that's a huge deal. When people just got done paying $70, right, for NBA 2K21. Yeah. Like it's like a big deal for a lot of people. It's a really great value, huge money value. Amazing. And I know like Sony loved having that game exclusive. When we went to PSX, they had like one of the biggest booths.
PSX always had an MLB show.
Yeah, like a big old, and we're like, dude, man, we didn't care.
Yeah.
But some people, they were there.
Because you could go over there, you could buy a beer,
drink,
you could sit down. They had
there's
TVs
people
and
there
lounges
playing.
over there.
It's like, dude, that didn't matter to us, but to a lot of people, like it matters. And like, that was exclusive, and that's considered the best one, right? That's the best baseball game.
I think it's the only one anymore.
I think it's
I think it seems like it's anymore.
Like it's the one that's like so it's the only one. But when there were that lasted, because there were other ones too. No one liked them, but this one was the one that lasted, and it gets decently reviewed.
It seemed like though at the PSX that MLB show was always pretty dry. I think the only thing that people were going over there for was the drinks that were serving the beers over there or whatever. Because you had to buy them; they weren't even free.
Yeah.
So,
I think we went there.
We
got
women,
the.
It would have been lines around the corner.
We got the PlayStation card though. Remember? I think their PlayStation cards they still on the table. There's like stacks.
Yeah.
That's why we even went over there, because we wanted to get the card.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's interesting, right? Because MLB Show has been consistently on the PlayStation or whatever. I've never paid attention to it because I'm not a big fan of baseball like that. But for them to finally all of a sudden allow it onto the Xbox,
and then free,
I guess like whatever year run contract that they had with PlayStation is ended, and so now they're able to throw away that non-compete and put it on another system, and then and then for Xbox to be like, oh, okay, so this is the first time. We're going to buy you out. We're going to cash you out, and then we're going to put it on Game Pass. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of interested as to how much they offered MLB Show to get it on Game Pass. You know what I mean? And then just like, I wonder what the talkings was as far as like, that contract ending with PlayStation. Because I don't know how much money it was making PlayStation.
It's so crazy,
I'd have to look
man.
back at it.
It's like... Because Sony keeps having like some games launch. Like we have Returnal this month,
right?
We have Deathloop, I think, next month or the month after that, June, Kenna, I think, and then Kenna in July. There's always something like every month, kind of that PlayStation like, and there's like nothing for Xbox. Right. So they're like gobbling up these things that are launching third party and like giving you them for free.
For free,
like every month you're kind of getting something. So like this month we got Outriders for free.
Yeah.
Then like in May you're kind of getting MLB, because MLB comes I think like the end of this month into May. And then like they're trying to give you something free constantly.
Yeah, we have had like
Pass.
a solid free game coming out on Game Pass like every month as well. But PlayStation has been giving us a free PS5 game every month as well. You know what I mean? So it's like the
good
battle of the
too.
free.
Yeah, good games.
So I mean it's interesting. I was definitely excited that NBA 2K21 was on the Xbox for Game Pass. It's like, okay, this game that they were selling for $70 to like $100 to be able to get that upgrade is now free. Like, I'd be kind of pissed if I had bought it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Already for the 70, you know, trying to get that upgrade,
Mm-hmm.
you know, version of it, and then I already had Game Pass, and now it's on Game Pass. Like, I bought this, you know what I mean? It's like, damn.
It seems like the Xbox is the sport machine. Because think about it, if you have Game Pass, you can get EA Play, so you get the EA games.
You get the FIFA.
You get the 2K from the NBA 2K from just the regular Game Pass, and then you'll get the MLB. So I mean, am I missing
You
anything?
have an NFL
volleyball?
game?
Do we got some volleyball or some NHL?
Is there an NFL
Madden.
game it's missing?
Madden isn't.
Is that
on
from
there
EA?
yet.
Is
who
EA
owns
Madden?
EA Sports.
So you get that too from the EA Play.
EA
So
Sports.
maybe
It's
you're
the
missing
sports,
hockey.
You're right. It is like the
You
sports.
know, you might be missing hockey.
I think EA is hockey too.
Oh, you might get that too.
I
Does
think you get
EA
the hockey.
have
I
hockey
think
also?
I think you do. Yeah.
So, dude, that's the sport machine right there.
yeah.
You know.
Now you have the one sport they didn't have. They have, and they're throwing it on Game Pass for free.
So, dude, that's the sport
if you
machine.
really like
man.
sports, and there are lots of people that do.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
then
tons of
Xbox
people.
is your system, man.
Yeah. So they could just get the S, and then
Dude, the S
download
is a
them for
great
free.
buy, man. Like,
I mean, I personally
Yeah.
would buy an S.
yes,
NHL
it's such
hockey
a good
is
buy. I'm not kidding.
Electronic Arts.
I've never put a disc in my Xbox Series, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
Like, honestly,
Why would you need to?
I never.
I have
I
one.
never plan on ever putting a disc in my system.
I
So,
have one
S
Valhalla,
is
and
really
it'll stay.
awesome.
Valhalla stays in my Xbox. It's never left the Xbox since I
It'll
put it
never
in
leave.
because I only have one game.
Yeah.
And then Call of Duty was gifted to me, but that was a download.
Nice.
So that's
Download's
the only
better
digital game
console.
that I'll like own.
Yeah, it's
You
know what I
crazy,
mean?
man.
Everything
Like,
else
it's
is,
really,
you know,
really crazy.
Yeah. So Xbox is I'm deeming it the sport machine right here.
It's a
man.
sports machine, man.
The
You heard
only
it here
thing I'm
first.
afraid of though is that if there's any games that I might have put on my console, just never got around to, and then they end up getting taken off.
Oh,
That's-
That is-
because Game
I
Pass,
don't care
yeah.
too much, except for like games as a service game. Then I would care. Like
Yeah.
if this Outriders becomes a game as a service, I'd be really mad.
Or if
I
they eventually
dumped,
take Destiny 2
300
off or
hours into
something.
this game, I built up all this stuff,
Yeah.
and then they pull it off Game Pass, I'd be
That would
really
suck.
upset.
Yeah.
Really upset. Or Destiny is
Yeah.
on that lines too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a bummer. But other than that, you know,
I'm fine if like they remove Octopath Traveler. It wasn't meant to be a game as a service. I either played it or I didn't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the big ones that they removed right after I played it was Red Dead Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that
they
was
had that
still
on
there.
Game Pass.
That one
Yeah.
that used to be on Game
Yeah, I
Pass.
played it on Game Pass.
The
Wow.
full game. Was on
That's
Uh,
kind of almost like a subscription,
Yeah.
sort of.
The online
it's not a
is-
subscription,
I
but
never
you
messed
just
with
collect.
on
You
online
buy
for
and
a
you
lot.
collect.
But I think the
things, yeah.
online
Right.
is like free or $5
You
now?
can get the online for $5.
$5.
$5
Literally,
for the
you
Red
get
Dead
Red Dead
Online
Redemption,
just by
the
itself.
full online game for $5.
That's a pretty good deal.
Mm.
Yeah, but
I wonder if they'll do that for the next GTA, like GTA 6. If they'll have like strictly just like an online one that would be like separate.
They
almost.
should.
It'd be cool, man.
that's a
It's like
quick-
the most
Cool.
popular part
Yeah.
of the games are the
That's
online
the people-
versions.
I wonder, would you guys still just get the main one, or would you guys just get the online?
I'll get the
one
main
and-
one,
and
dude.
Play that.
So I don't really play the online portion.
Mm.
So
love
I would just
GTA.
get the
We
main
played
one.
it a little bit. We
We
had
had
some
some
fun,
fun,
on
man.
online.
Yeah.
Memorable.
Yeah,
Totally.
I love you, me.